Hello everyone, the stop sign here. Recently, horror has been hitting the theaters hard mode. Obsession has hit over $1 million on a tiny budget, and now, with the Backrooms coming out, they both are dominating the box office. And what I love is that it's beating The Mandalorian. They both are. Life couldn't be better. Today I am talking about said film, The Backrooms. Now, this is a fascinating idea right here. The Backrooms started as a little YouTube project by Ken Parsons, who was like a teenager at the time, I might add. And with that in mind, A24 and James Wan gave him money and resources to take this project and to make a movie out of it. What's really awesome about this story is that they gave Ken Parsons the liberty and control at a very young age to direct and sort of helm the ship of this film. The two recent horror films are like success stories as well as like a win for filmmaking as a whole. Giving creatives who are young and wanting to work and hungry the ability to excel and create is not common. But having these two back-to-back success films obviously should tell companies and studios, hey, we should do this more. I am so happy for the creatives on board here. As I said, life is good right now. Also at my movie theater, there were blue tape doors around places, and in my Dolby theater for this film as well, which I thought was kind of cute and fun. Now, to the film itself, The Backrooms. I don't know too much about the Backrooms videos, so all my discussion and analysis will be solely from the movie. The film follows a man named Clark as his life is kind of falling apart, and then he finds the Backrooms. What I liked about this is definitely the technicals, direction, and sense of world building. It's really great that this film doesn't fully explain what this world necessarily is. Rather, it utilizes technicals to create an audiovisual experience within this world. There's a build of in-world audio with scenes that just keep escalating and really created a sense of panic near the beginning to middle of the film. When in the Backrooms location, I really liked the sense of pacing and slow tension that was being built within the scenes. As I said, the audio really helped here. The film utilizes first-person footage and camera work as well as standard filmmaking camera work, and both work really well together and they look good. There's beautiful framing and composition, all being complemented by a really great and interesting score as well. Within the world building, the film is quite more interpretable than I thought it would be. The film goes into ideas of being trapped in loops of life, like work and relationships. It brings up themes of decaying memories and mental illnesses. The Backrooms that the creatives make is otherworldly and very metaphorical. Some ideas that I would think about and create in my own head definitely did some work making this film feel unsettling. And honestly, that's a positive in my book. If the director is able to make the audience engaged in a very substantive and meaningful way, it's a positive. The main character, while not fully realized, was quite an interesting character that actually had substance to him. The other main character, the therapist, was also very interesting as well. When it comes to the writing, it's not the best. There are some story beats that felt a little weird and wonky. The very first sequence I feel was out of place. And yes, while it starts the film off with energy, it feels unrewarding, quick, and kind of easy. Some of the dialogue also feels a little stunted and stiff. It's not very natural with a nice flow of progression. But the filmmaking on display here makes up for it for sure. Now, I will say in general when discussing horror films, I find scary movies to usually be quite cheesy, and I tend to roll my eyes at them. I usually like films when they are creepy and they linger with me rather than just a quick scare. This film for sure is creepy. It gave me the creeps while driving home. There were a few scenes that really got to me. One involving a Christmas tree was by far my favorite scene. It works so well contributing to the story as well as just being so unsettling and scary and creepy. I really loved it. For such a young director, there is some impressive stuff going on here. At the end of the day, I was definitely satisfied with what I was watching, and it did a solid job. Now with this moment, I'm going to go into spoiler territory, and I'm going to discuss my interpretations of the world and ideas of the backroom. As I said, the ideas can be interpretable as to the origin and what exactly this place is. For me, ideas of AI did come to my mind at first. Like, if AI were kind of able to build places, it would feel like this for sure. Another creepy idea was kind of thinking of the universe as a godlike entity, and it stored its memories in this place. Like as if the characters walked into a god's brain or something like that. I don't know. I will say also as a set design, I love the look of the Backrooms. It has this dingy office building look with a yellow tint. It really works with the ideas of being trapped in a mundane office job. And this definitely represents emotionally the turmoil of that and what the character goes through. The main character, Clark, is trapped in this job that's going nowhere, and he mentally is trapped in this mindset of self-hatred, blaming himself and negativity. The end conversation with Clark, while not as rewarding as it could be, was definitely interesting within those ideas. The director did a wonderful job telling and showing this film as it should. You know, this movie could have been an awful experience if handled wrong. So with that, I am really impressed with what I saw, and I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you like and subscribe. Did you watch this film? Let me know. Let me know what you thought. This is definitely a film I want to rewatch in the future. Yeah, I recommend people to go see it as well. Thank you for watching. Bye now.